If you like my content, there are free exclusive videos for anyone over on Patreon, even if you don't want to spend $1. That said, this ad-free content is only possible with the support of all you lovely members, so thank you, and enjoy the video. Hello, dear subject. Thank you for participating in this experiment. I, from my understanding, suspect that you are one of our candidates for testing new auditory triggers. And be that the case, you will be tested to see if you recognize the different values and depths that go into every sound as we configure the auditory process of exerting these triggers. I will be keeping note of yours and our performance. But worry not, you are not being judged. You are a part of a program, and no answer is correct or wrong. What we seek to learn is the potency of these different triggers, hence having isolated the room. Are you ready to proceed? Good. Notably, I should comment that you ought to remain still. So, if you are seated, make sure you have a comfortable lean, or if you'd prefer, you may lay down and remain still. The triggers work best when the environment stays the same. Very well. Throughout the experiment, I will notate yours and our performance as mentioned with this trusty little notebook and pen. Do not worry. I will not be grading you. As I mentioned, this experiment is about the performance of the triggers. Simply take it as an acknowledgement whenever I decide to notate, starting with your position, seated or lying down. Subject remains still. Check. Wonderful. I believe we're ready then. I'll be starting us off with something a little unique to spice things off and get us started. As you may be able to tell, this trigger is a container, and within the container is an object. gently rattling around as I manipulate the object. It sounds like a hollow thing with a soft padding on the inside to lighten the bluntness of every impact. The trigger is a case, or more exactly, a case for a mod microphone. That is a remote microphone that you put on something like a headset and then connect it via Bluetooth. A mod mic. The case is a soft, leathery texture on the outside, as you can hear. And upon a gentle inspection, you can hear that there is a closed zipper on the outside. So, what did the subject feel during the testing? No wrong answers. We seek your opinion. That's it. Very well. We will notate the result for further questioning. Putting aside that trigger for now, let me write that down. The subject experience a visual clarity. It looked as though you were sincerely relaxed. Trigger. Approved. Moving on. Let's have a bit of a palate cleanser, shall we? This trigger serves as a multi-purpose tool. as it will indeed incur some relaxation upon the mind and the ears. It also serves to clean your ears. While we do not ever recommend inserting such an object into the ear, as it will clog it up. Q-tips can be a rather wonderful invention for stimulating the sense of rubbing along the earlobe. And I think I found just the right one for this ear. And this one for the other ear. What is the subject experiencing? Hopefully a tranquility. That's good. Feel free to close your eyes if you so please. The subject is not required to remain awake. You may be questioned later for that purpose. Feedback can always be submitted in the comments as well. Once the ear has been cleaned out, I think I will move on to a rather recognizable trigger. Chances are, if you frequent the channel upon this, that the subject is currently. You may have heard this trigger before. We wish to know its potency. Even the tried and true classics deserve to be tested for further study. We must ensure the utmost potency for every trigger. Otherwise, we could not call ourselves professionals. And how does the subject feel now, after the ears have been gently cleansed? Pristine, I hope. I would want nothing less for our willing participant, our most valued subject. Very well. Allow me to put aside the cleaning utensils. trigger did I have in mind, you might ask? It is one you likely have heard before. An elegantly simple object capable of recreating many sounds. It is, of course, the empty paper roll, the cardboardish paper feel of this empty roll is unrivaled. Allowing for such delicate scratches as well as soft taps. How does the subject feel when this object is gently tapped? Take your time to think how it sounds. You're allowed to take back your answer, change it, or elaborate on it as much as you like, whenever you like. Even when the session is over, you may leave us a comment, and I shall personally congratulate you for taking place in this experiment. Upon discarding this trigger, it too makes some wonderful sounds. Like the gentle crumpling of paper, but mixed with the softness of cardboard. No loud pops or rips, but all of the gradual shall notate the result of that trigger. The subject was, shall we say, entranced, or perhaps the subject was sufficiently relaxed a tried and true trigger. Check. Next up, something slightly more obscure, but all the same recognizable for those who frequent our establishment. It is, of course, our brush. It is none other than the brush trigger. Usually, I accompany this trigger with a cloth that I gently brush, like so. But, alternatively, would the subject enjoy my fingers gently stretching every individual piece of the brush? For a more gradual, resounding trigger. And of course, the gentle brushing can be a trigger in and of itself. But have you ever stopped to consider the squeeze? The squeeze against the front of the brush and squeeze. How does the subject feel about this trigger? Very well. I shall put this trigger aside for now. Am I to assume the subject was pleased with this sound? Would you argue that squeeze was better, or would you argue the brushing was better? Share me your thoughts. They are great value. Very well. Your opinion has been noted. Now, with only a few triggers left to test on you, dear subject, I hope that you remain relaxed so that our results are unbiased and influenced only by your opinions and nothing else. Similar to an earlier trigger, I have here a case. However, this case is opened and it contains tools, little tools for lockpicking. While I don't have a lockpick with me today, I do find the tools to make some wonderful sounds. So let me pull out this one. it is as though I am lockpicking your ear. Perhaps if I get down next to you and breathe softly, you can tell that I'm focused. How does the subject feel? Perhaps that's what I'm trying to unlock. Lockpicking your tingles. Please notate your experience. Describe it to me, and I shall document our results. Am I to assume the lockpicking was approved? Very well. Check in that tested it compared to our other triggers. Very well. In that case, that leaves us with our final and perhaps quietest trigger. This soft band that I found. And for the conclusion of this experiment, I shall need no feedback. You are encouraged to relax to such a degree that you fall asleep. I will note the tempo and the result of this trigger. A gentle fabric shall be heard stretching and scratching. Now enjoy the rest of this test.